Hello, thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos. And today we're looking at how to write and solve equations in context, basically word problems. So let's begin. So basically, these are all two-step equations, and the main thing you need to know from this is we're going to write an equation from a word problem, and you need to know these three things: beginning, change, and total. You want to see where it begins, how it changes, and what does it equal to. So as long as you can find those three things in the problem, then you could solve it. Let's take a look at an example. Alright, here it says Mackenzie has a points card for a movie theater. She receives 55 points for just signing up. She earns 2.5 points for each visit to the movie theater, and she needs 70 points for a free movie ticket. It says write and solve an equation which can be used to determine the x number of visits that Mackenzie must make in order to get a free movie. So, where does she begin? She begins with 55 points. Okay? So you got the beginning, the change, and the total. She begins with 55 points. Alright, it changes 2.5 points each visit she goes to the movie theater. So the 2.5 times the total number of visits plus the 55 will get a total number, which is 70. So now we have our equation. All we have to do is solve from there. So we'll just solve it. We'll subtract 55 on both sides and then divide by 2.5. And x will equal 6. Alright, let's take a look at another example. Alright, a group of friends wants to go to the amusement park. They have $311.50 to spend on parking and admission. Parking is $16.75. The tickets cost $32.75 per person, including tax. Write and solve an equation which can be used to determine P, the total number of people who can go to the amusement park. Now, I'm not sure if I use P as a variable, but it's basically the same thing. You want to start off with the beginning, the change, and the total. So the beginning, you start off, you got to pay the parking, $16.75. So that's the beginning. Okay, but this first number here is the total. That $311.50 is the total amount. Okay, the next number, $16.75, is what you begin with, and then the $32.75 per person. We don't know the total of that. See, these other two we know, but this we don't know the total because we don't know how many people. So once we know how many people, we can multiply that toward the total. So that's the part that changes. So I put 32.75, and again I put x instead of p there. So then once I have that, I just solve the equation. I subtract on both sides. Then I divide by 32.75, and I get 9. Alright, so now I'm going to show you a couple problems where you could pause the video and then take a look at the answer. Okay, now these next problems are the same principle, but they're slightly different. They refer to the number of units, So we're trying to find the total number of units. So Zendaya buys ice cream and apples at the store. That's a combination. Okay, ice cream and apples. So she pays a total of $25.05. That's the total amount. She pays a total of $6.24 for the ice cream. See, they try to trick you with two totals, but the total for everything is the total that I'm referring to. All right, she buys 3 bags of apples. Each costs the same amount, right? So we want to figure out how much it is per unit or per bag of apple. So we're going to start off with beginning change in total. Okay, they give us the total first, 25.05. All right, she pays a total of $6.24 for the ice cream. So that's a flat fee. That's going to be what she begins with. Then each bag of apple that she buys, that's going to be your change. So you got $6.24, and then 3 times whatever number of apples you buy. Okay. Once you have that, you can go ahead and solve your equation. You're going to subtract on both sides, and then divide by 3. All right, let's take a look at another example. Okay, Caroline bought snacks for her team's practice. She bought a bag of oranges for $2.21 and 3-pack of juice bottles. The total cost before tax was $9.38. Write and solve an equation which can be used to determine X, how much each bottle of juice costs. Okay, so we're going to go through here and break it down. We're going to find the beginning, the change, and the total. All right, she bought a bag of oranges for $2.21. All right, so she starts off with that. So that's going to be her beginning. All right, then 3 packs of juice bottles. So we don't know how much the juice bottles are, but it's 3 packs of them. So it's going to be that's going to be the part that changes. So it's 3 times the number of juice bottles. And then the total is going to be $9.38. And then you just solve the 2-step equation. We're going to subtract on both sides, and then divide by 3. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a couple of problems. You could pause the video, work it out, and then look at the answer. Okay, and that's it. That is write and solve equations in context, aka word problems. I want to thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos. Have a nice day.